So the thing with being rich, and I'm not saying just financially rich, I'm saying rich like me, rich in time, rich in monies, rich in travels, rich in experiences, rich in friendship, rich in purpose. The thing with being rich is that you need to be willing to be responsible. You need to be willing to be the steward of wealth. You need to be willing to take care of a portion of the collective. When you start being so successful, people rely on you. I have at least like 500 people or more in my team, payrolls, people with families, people with babies, people with your family starts like calling you for support. Like the amount of responsibility. Some people are so scared of success because you're like, if I was to be 100,000 or more a month, that's the minimum profit entrepreneur. How am I gonna deal with being responsible with all my power? Because handling the power, anybody can have power, but you need to know that you're gonna be ready to manage the repercussions of being the steward of riches. It's not that things get easy. Sometimes I miss being a bum. Sometimes I'm like, it was easier just having nothing and not having to deal with people and responsibilities and calls and payrolls and this. And being a powerful, successful CEO is not like a walk on the park. It's work. But you need to love it. You need to love the game. You need to love the play. One of my homes. I come here every morning just to like enjoy a cigar and a coffee, and sometimes I have meetings. Just giving you a little face transmission. The whole setup upstairs is just for fun. Everything I do is just for fun, honestly. I don't even work. It's a paradox. Everything I'm telling you is like, yeah, and everything I do is just because it lifts me up. If you're doing something that it doesn't lift you up, stop doing it. You don't need to do that. There's this metaphor about this guy that was fishing in his boat, and he was there and has his kids and everything and enjoying life, and very simple. And then this other guy in a yacht next to him. The guy in the yacht's like, hey, that's cool, like a nice little boat. Like, what are you doing with your boat? Don't you want to have a yacht like me? And I can teach you how to like create infinite financial resources so you can buy a yacht. He's like, so you're telling me that I'm gonna go work and wake up every morning to do this and that and invest in this venture and do this other thing on the business and work for these hours and da-da-da-da, so I can come here, buy a yacht and fish with my kids. I'm already doing it. I'm already in my little boat fishing with the kids. So it's not about being on the little boat or being on the yacht. It's about doing what, probably the metaphor was more complex than that, but that's all I could give you for now. But if you are already in the boat fishing and enjoying your kids, and then you don't need the middleman. You're already happy. Success doesn't have to look like it looks for me, for everybody. What I consider successful, some people will think it's ludicrous. Do whatever the fuck you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want. It's not for everybody. But success doesn't have to be like this. Success can be something completely different. Find your own definition of success. Find what makes you happy.